Hello, guys. Hadison here, your host at the Hadison Podcast, the Black's Mind First Village, and I'd like to talk to you guys about a book that I've recently listened to. A book about acquiring wealth or acquiring success using the tool which is the law of attraction. So the law of attraction is a tool that you can use to attract each and everything that you want in your life. So if you want success, like in this case of the book, you're going to use all the rules and techniques of attracting each and everything that you want in your life. And your life is actually an energy. Your being is an energy, and it's going to attract each and every energy that you have inside of you. So if you're a guy that's always negative about things, in most cases you're going to attract negative things, you're going to attract negative people in your life, because already the energy that you have, the energy that you surround yourself with, it's a negative energy. It's like most of the disagreeable guys, like in most cases you don't find them having to agree with someone with anything, even if they don't even have the facts to support their no, or them disagreeing with you about that particular thing, but they're still going to disagree, even though they can't put something on the table that's substantial to say, I'm disagreeing with you because of this and that. They're not going to do that. Why? It's because around them, around their life, wherever they go, they always have, or they're always carrying the disagreeing energy. They just want to disagree with anyone about each and everything that's there to talk about, or that's there to do. If there's something that has to be done, they are the guys who are going to say, no, I'm not going to do it. And sometimes they don't even have a reason why not to do it. So this is the same thing in this case, the law of attraction. It means that whatever energy that you have, it's going to attract that particular energy into your life. So if you're a guy who's always positive about life, it doesn't mean that bad things are not going to happen, or negative things are not going to happen. They are going to happen, but in most cases we are going to thrive even in bad situations, even in sour situations. You're still going to thrive, you're still going to be happy. Why? It's because in your life you've surrounded yourself with an energy that's positive. When there is a rain, when people are complaining about the rain, you're going to be the guy who's going to rejoice and say, but at least my fruit trees are going to get water now, and they're going to grow, and their roots, they are going to get water, and their leaves are going to be green, and actually going to get the fruits. Why? It's because each and everything that you do, or each and everything that you have, each and everything that you see, you always see the positive parts of it. Even if you are the person who always see the negative parts of it, in whatever things that happen, if people can be getting married today, you're just going to see, despite everything that's there, you the only person who's going to see the bad things that didn't go well there. If the decor, the colors didn't match, where you're the person who's going to notice. Why? It's because in your life you've surrounded yourself with bad energy, with negative energy. You always want to drag people down, you always want to talk ill about people, you always want to just find that one mistake about each and everything that's there. It's because of the energy that you have around you. So what's most important about this book, especially in this case, when you want to attract success, or if you want to attract wealth, or if you want to attract happiness, you need to apply this rule to attract those kind of things. Even if you want to attract a firm or a good spiritual life, you need to use this rule to make sure that you put in place all the systems and processes for you to have a positive energy, positive vibe. You might have to like redecorate your room or something like that, just to make sure that each and everything that's there, the color of the paint, I mean the paint on the wall, the color of your bedding, each and everything. If you want to have a peaceful life, you might have to paint everything to be white, so that each and everything, the energy around you, it's going to give you that peace. It's going to give you that thing that you require. So whatever that it is that you want to attract, you're going to have to build that energy on yourself before you can actually have that thing. It's actually one of the same thing. When I read a book, The Power of Habits, that's the same thing they're talking about. For you to be able, I think there is a chapter there about triple A, alcohol addiction anonymous. I think it's triple A. So there it's about guys who want to quit alcohol. So one of the steps, or one of the rules there, yeah, that's there on the 12 rules. I think it's 12 rules for that you have to do to quit the alcohol. One of the most important rule is to make sure that you don't have alcohol in your house, because it won't make sense to be the person who's going to try to quit alcohol, but at the same time still have alcohol in your house, because the temptation is still going to be there to always, even the smell, even just by looking at it, the temptation, they're always going to give in. So for you to attract a sober life, you need to make sure that in whatever things that you do, you make sure you don't go to places whereby you know there's going to be alcohol, because you're going to be tempted. It's easier for you to be tempted if you see this thing. It's easier you to be tempted if that thing it's still around you. It's still around your environment. It's easy for you to be tempted. So one of the major rules for quitting alcohol in that case is to make sure, first things first, that you don't have the alcohol in yourself, in your room or in your fridge or wherever, where you can keep alcohol. So for you to attract that soberness, you need to make sure that if you're thirsty, if you open the fridge, there's going to be water, or there's going to be something else. Maybe there's going to be caffeine, or depending on how deep you've been into this thing. So maybe you could try by having uh, a beverage with zero alcohol, maybe, because there are beers with no alcohol. So maybe you can start with that, and then time goes on. As time goes on, then because sometimes it's difficult to just stop doing something that you've been doing for a while, so it becomes maybe a bit difficult. But then you must just make sure that the environment, that's you in the environment that's around, it's clean, it's in line with whatever thing that you want to attract. You can't be a person who wants to attract success, but you don't want to do the necessary things that successful people do. One of the best things that successful people do is to learn things. They know things, they know about things, even if those things, they are not important at that particular time, but at some point they're going to be important. So they're always in a process of trying to consume information, knowledge, about whatever thing that's happening, be it a new thing, be it a new trend or something like that. They learn about those things. They investigate them, and check them thoroughly to see the business opportunities that lies within those kind of things. So you can't be a person who wants to attract wealth, who wants to attract money, but you don't know the seven rules of gold from the book, The Richest Man in Babylon. So because you're going to get that money and you're not going to be able to use it, and you won't even be able to get the skills to acquire that money, because for you to acquire the money, you need to be in a particular level, you need to be in a particular mindset, and that mindset is going to attract the money, because you know how to use money, you know how to earn money. You're going to be able to know how to keep the money, to know how to make it multiply and all those kind of things. So the law of attraction is very important. It's very important to each and everything. If you are in school now, if you want and you want to get level 7, or you want to get maybe 80 to 90 to 100%, you can't be studying like each and everyone. You can't be studying 50% on a subject, because if you study 50%, you might get 50% or less. So you need to be able to make sure that you match whatever that you want whatever that you want to attract. So if you want to attract distinctions, each and everything, you have to make sure that the work that you put in is a distinction kind of work as well, because you can't be putting a 50% work and expect that you're going to get a 80% outcome. It is not possible. I once talked about this thing and said, one of the important things about life is not the actual outcome. It's about the things, the amount of work that you put into a thing, because the outcome is actually just a result of whatever that you 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 want to see, or of whatever amount of energy or work that you've already put in. The only way to determine the outcomes is to make sure that you put in more hours, is to actually that you put in one more page that's going to set you aside, that's going to set you apart from the other different guys who started for 2 hours and started for 3 hours, and that extra hour it gave you an extra 3 paragraphs, and those extra 3 paragraphs, they set you aside, they set you apart from all those other guys. So instead of getting 80% of that on that particular thing, just because of that extra 2 or 3 paragraphs, you're getting 60, you're getting 70, and maybe you're getting even 80 as per your goal that you wanted to do. So one of the things that you're going to do, first of all, for you to attract things in your life, you need to make sure that you know what is it that you want to attract, first of all, because you can't just attract, you can't just say you want to attract money and you don't even have an amount of money that you want to attract. And sometimes people want things that are unrealistic, like in their lives and all those kind of things. People want to be billionaires, and they don't even put the amount of work that billionaires do put, and they don't even put themselves in the right environments for them to be able to attract that particular amount of money, because all those kind of things, they work hand in hand. You can't want to be a billionaire, but at the same time you don't put the amount of work that billionaires put. It doesn't make any sense. You have to understand that billionaires don't spend all their free time on social media, scrolling and liking and reacting to each and every post about whatever that's people are posting about. People who have a billionaire mindset, they're always in pursuit of that. Each and everything that they do, the people that they follow, the things that they read, it's about that. So you need to make sure that you have an understanding of what exactly you want to achieve, what exactly that you want to attract, so that when you prepare for those things, when you prepare to attract those things, you know exactly what you're aligning yourself into. If you want academic excellence, you need to try by all means to make sure that you remove all the things that are taking your time for you to study and all those kind of things. So if your phone or if your social media becomes a distraction, just for a particular time, try by all means to delete all the social media platforms, and make sure that if you are using your phone to study, it's for studying. If you are using your PC to study, it's for studying, and you know for sure that it's not going to disturb you with notifications and all those kind of things. So if your goal is to make sure that if your goal is academic excellence, if your goal it's a it's a doctorate, it's a master's degree. You have to make sure that in each and everything that you want to do, each and everything that you do on a daily basis, it's towards that goal. Things that are going to distract you for that goal, like you remove them from your life. You always have the things that are going to put you closer to your goal. Are going to um, interact with people who have masters or people who are studying toward masters, so that the language that you guys are going to talk about, the things that are going to talk about, the language that you're going to talk, it is going to be a language that you understand. It is going to be a language that's preparing you for your part. So if you start speaking like a lawyer, then it's easier for you to become a lawyer, because you're already on the path, you're already attracting that particular thing. For an example, if you can check, most pastors, they speak the same. They have that thing, like that voice yabafundisi ukuthi yeah umfundisi lo, like bane-voice yabafundisi. Why? It's because it's one of those things that you have to attract. If you have to become a pastor, you have to attract all those kind of things. Inkambo, indlela ohamba ngayo, the way you do things, they have to change. You can't be leading the flock, and you can't be leading the flock to different paths. Your path is supposed to be one. You're supposed to choose one path and follow it, so that the flock, when they follow you, they're following you on a one clear path. You can't be conflicted on as a person as well. You need to make sure that you know exactly what you want to do, what you want to attract, so that whenever you try to realign or redefine your life, you know exactly what it is that you are redefining your life into. You need to know exactly what it is that you want to achieve, what it is that you want to attract, the energy that you want. What kind of an energy is it? You can't be a person who wants to be academic, and then you go to people who don't believe anything about education, who don't believe in education, people who say education is useless, on all those kind of things. You need to find the people who are going to say education pays, education saved my life, education this and that, positive things about education, because why? They're aspiring to that particular thing as well. It is important to know exactly what you want to do. And another thing that you have to make sure that you do is to make sure that you put into effort all the things that we have to do to make sure that you attract those things. You can't say you want to have a master's degree, and then you know that you have to study 5 hours per day, for an example, but then you don't study 5 hours per day, you study 3 hours per day. You have to make sure that you put into hours whatever it is that you have to put into hours. You put in the work, whatever it is that you want to do, you have to put in the work. If it's about your spiritual life, you have to make sure that you attract it. Make sure that people who don't pray, you don't associate yourself with those kind of people. So try by all means that you surround yourself with people who understands that you pray 5 times a day, people who understand that you read the Bible, people who understand, not people who are going to mock you and call you sorts of names and joke about you when you're reading your Bible and all those kind of things. You need to make sure that people that you surround yourself with, they are people who are aligned with your vision, with your goals, and all those kind of things. And then if you decide that I'm going to pray each and every morning, I'm going to journal each and every evening, I'm going to do this each and every afternoon, I'm going to do this. Make sure that you do those kind of things for you to make sure for you to attract whatever thing that you want, whatever goal that you want, whatever vision that you want to reach, whatever destination that you want to go to. Make sure that you take the roads. Even like for an example, if your goal is to travel from Mpumalanga to Gauteng, you need to know very well which road I'm going to take and all those kind of things. How long is it going to take me? What should I prepare for? And all those kind of things. It's a long drive. Where am I going to stop for a pee on? All those kind of things. And then you plan your things around you plan your life around those kind of things. And the next step that's there for you to do is to actually go and drive the car or go and take the taxi, because it won't help to want to do that particular thing, and then when you have to do it, you don't do it. It doesn't help, and it won't get you anywhere. So for you to get to any other place or any place that you want to go to, you have to make sure that you put in place the systems and the processes that are there for you to make sure that they allow you to be efficient into reaching that particular goal. And then after that, make sure that you do all the things that you have to do. Make sure that you do all these things you have to do. If you have to climb a mountain, make sure that you climb it, because it's not going to help you to know that you have to climb the mountain and you don't climb it. It's not going to help you to know that you're having the N14 and you don't take the N14. It is not going to help. You're not going to attract the things that you want, because on the other hand, they are not going to come to you. As much as you're attracting them, they're not going to come to you. They're going to want you to be on the right place at the right time, so that when you actually meet up with them, you are ready and they are ready for you as well. It's not going to help to be in a place wishing and praying about things that are not in that place, and they're not going to come to that place. You have to actually go out there and search for them and attract them and make sure that you charm them in each and every way that you can. Make sure that if your ultimate goal is to be a millionaire, if your ultimate goal is to make money, make sure that you know the rules of money. You know that you have to invest your money. You make sure that you have to compound your money. The interest, there's supposed to be a compound interest. Make sure that when the interest comes in, you don't actually go and use the interest for whatever things that you want to do. Put that money in and make sure it works for you. Make sure that you find information about things, about whatever things, because there's actually new things each and every day, new things that you can do to increase your money. Would it be buying a car for Bolt? Would it be buying a car for something, or buying scooters for Mr. Price, or buying scooters for Checkers? Like, there's always new things that you can do. Search for those things. And you cannot search for those things if your energy around you is not the people who wants the same things that you want, because you're going to tell them about scooters and they're going to find all the wrong things about scooters that are not to substantiate the fact that those things are not going to work, and it won't help you. You're always going to need people who are going to say it's going to work, it's going to work, it's going to work, even if it doesn't work. But for the fact that those people are positive, if it doesn't work, it's not that it's a better idea or something like that. It doesn't work because sometimes the technicalities that you've used, they are not efficient for that business. So maybe you just need going to change some kind of things just to make sure that that particular thing works. So you're going to need people. People who are going to encourage you to keep going, to keep chasing your dreams, because it is very important to make sure that the energy that's around you, the main core of the book is about the energy that's you have towards the thing. That it's about the energy that you have surrounding you. It's about the energy of everything that's around you. For you, that's going to help you to achieve each and every goal. So without that energy, without the necessary steps that that you have to take to make sure that you attract that thing. It won't happen. You won't be able to reach your destination up until you actually go to the up until you actually take the path, up until you do the things that you have to do. It knowing what to do, it's one thing, but doing the things that you have to do, it's something else. So it is very important to make sure that at the end of the day, you do the things that you're supposed to do. You take the path that you're supposed to take. You read the books that you're supposed to read. You pray if you're supposed to pray. You go to the gym when you're supposed to go to the gym. Planning about those kind of things, it's not going to help you with anything. So if your ultimate goal is to have a strong physical body, or if your ultimate goal is to be as healthy as possible, planning about those kind of things is not going to help you. It's not going to attract the healthy life. All everything is important. You have to do everything. You have to plan, and you have to do the things that you have to do. You won't be happy up until you surround yourself with happy people, up until you surround yourself with people that makes you happy, up until you do the things that makes you happy, up until you try to find the things that makes you happy, up until you try to put yourself in situations or places whereby you know that it's going to be easier for you to be happy. If your ultimate goal is happiness, make sure that you attract happiness. Make sure that each and everything that you do is towards your happiness. The other things that are around you that don't contribute to that, make sure that you cut them if possible. Make sure that you move from those things if possible, because they're always going to delay you. They're going to always take you one step back, because each and every time you're going to try to do this particular thing, each and every time you're going to, if for an example you're trying to quit alcohol, you're on step number 7, but for the fact that there's alcohol here, you're going to drink, and you have to always go back to start from scratch from scratch, the first step, because you still have the negative thing, you still have the negative people, you still do the things that you're not supposed to do. Or the other thing, it's not actually because you're doing the things that you're not supposed to do. You are not doing the things that you're supposed to do, because it's one thing not doing the things that you're supposed to do, and doing the things that you're not supposed to do. So some people, you may find out that it's not like they are doing the things that they are not supposed to do, but they are not doing the things that they are supposed to be doing for them to reach their goals and reach their dreams. Guys, we can actually use this law in each and everything that we want in our life. There are many examples that I can put. There are many examples that you can put this law into effect, because one thing also that you have to understand is that this law is like is the same as the law of gravity. Whether you like it or not, it's always there, it's always in effect. It's one of those things that are happening unconsciously, knowing or not knowing, but it's there, it's going to happen. You always going to attract cheaters, because you are a cheater, or because your energy around you, in your head, in your mind, you've never believed that people are not going to cheat. So you're going to attract those kind of people, because in your mind each and every person is like that. So you're going to attract those people, and you're not going to attract some of the good guys. Hadison, and because it's not into you. You are not looking for those kind of people. Life is going to teach you what you actually want. It's going to teach you who you are. Whatever people that are in your life, they are the same kind of people that are like you, because it's the kind of people that you attract. So if in the friendship you don't like to swear, and all the people are swearing, then you don't belong to that kind of friendship or relationship with those kind of people, because you are not like them. But people that will become into friends with or in a relationship with, are the people that are like you, are the people that understands you, are the people that's easier for you to do things with, because you and them, they are the same thing, you are the same people. So make sure that you do the things that you're supposed to do, because consciously or unconsciously, the law of attraction, it works like the power of habits. It's like the same habits. So once you put it in effect unconsciously, so you're going to do the things, all the things that are necessary consciously, but it's going to work unconsciously, even if you now know that you have money, and it's because of these principles. For the fact what these principles are part of your life now, you're going to even attract more money, you're going to even attract more academic excellence, you're going to even attract more happiness, more success, more peace. You're going to attract more peace. Whatever that you want to attract is going to be more of them. Why? It's because you are doing the things that you're supposed to be doing. You are not only planning about those things. Always you're doing the things that you're supposed to be doing. If it's 5 hours of study per day, you're doing the 5 hours of study per day. There are a lot of things that you can put this law into, and it's going to work, and it's going to help your life. I believe it's going to help each and every one of us, because from when I read The Power of Habits and now listening to this book, it actually makes sense to me now, to say there are a lot of things that happen in your life without you not knowing, without you not noticing that these things are happening, but they are happening. Why? They are happening because consciously there are things that you've done have become a norm to you, unconsciously, so that you do them without even knowing that you are doing them. So if you can try to do affirmations. Let's say maybe your ultimate goal is to be happy. Your ultimate goal is to boost your confidence. Your ultimate goal is to look at the mirror and be proud of yourself. Do affirmations each and every morning, each and every evening, even if it's three of them for the whole month. Just look at the mirror and tell yourself, Hadison, you're cute, Hadison, you've got a good smile, Hadison, you this and that. Just 3 or 5 of them each and every month, for a month, and say them each and every day, up until you actually believe that you're cute, up until you actually believe that you've got a good smile, up until you actually believe that you are the ultimate, up until you actually believe that you are whatever that you want to believe that you are. You have to do that. You have to do that. It's not going to be enough to wish these things and not actually come to meet them, and not actually take the part into meeting them, into attracting them. Because one of the things about good luck, it's not that it's just good luck. It's good luck because you were at the right time, at the right particular time. You were at the right place. You've worked and prepared for yourself to be at that particular time. So when the good luck came, it got to you because you're at the right place at the right particular time. So that is very important, guys. That is very important. So guys, I hope you're going to listen to this book, because I think I'm going to listen to it even more, just to get more clarity on everything, because I think it's one of those important books that people have to read. People have to listen to. If you are not a reader, you can listen to this book. The audio book is 2 hours. You can check on our YouTube channel, Hadison TV. It's there on the playlist. It's book club. So you're going to find it there. Listen to this book, guys, and have your comments. But I think from just what I've said now, it's going to help us, guys. It's going to change your life. It's going to make sure that each and everything that you are doing, it's going to elevate you. If you bring yourself into a position whereby you attract each and everything that you want to do. If for an example, you're a guy who wants to attract uChero omuhle or a particular cherry, you have to make sure that uma kule ndawo la azokubona khona, azokurecognize khona ukuthi ukhona, ufikile, uyinsizwa. So without those kind of things, angeke aze akubone ukukubona. She won't even know about you because you didn't take the time to travel ukusuka wherever la uhlala khona uye la ahlala khona just for ukuthi azokubona. Or you didn't take the time to speak to her or something like that. All those kind of things, guys. For you to attract goodness, you have to make sure that you're good. You have to make sure that you're in the right place at the right particular time, and you're doing the right things that are going to attract you. There's a verse that says, for God to pour something into your glass, you have to make sure that the old wine, you throw away the old wine for him to put in the new wine, the clean wine. So make sure that you redefine your life, you redefine yourself. Try by all means to readjust, realign yourself to make sure that each and everything that's around you, each and everything that you do, each and everything that's surrounding your energy, it's actually the things that are going to allow you to attract each and everything that you want to attract. Could it be at work? Could it be at church? Could it be in your spiritual life? Could it be academics? Whatever, wherever, even in your relationships. If you want to strengthen your relationship, and you see that in social media it becomes a challenge, try by all means that by the time you get home, if there's something that you want to do on social media, if there's a post there someone often will like, as I like it, because more frequently you try by all means to see phone you frequently we be right in now and all those kind of things. So it's going to help you guys, and I hope you're going to enjoy it. I hope it's going to elevate your life. I hope it's going to elevate your mind, because my main aim is to make sure that I redesign the mind of the Black people. That's why I call this podcast The Black's Mind First Village. This is a village whereby you're going to mold the minds, you're going to change the minds into becoming new minds, into attracting success and all those kind of things. Because I feel like without success, there are limits into what you can do, because you are going to always be burdened about provision and responsibility. But once you have success, especially wealth or monetary success, it's going to be easier for you to do whatever that you want to do. It's going to be easier for you to pray to God. If you want to fast, if uNkulunkulu angakhuluma naye ukuthi fasta namhlanje Wednesday, you're going to be able, it's going to be easier for you to cancel each and everything, uhlale endlini and uzile abantu nje, uzile ama-energy wabantu, uhlale endlini nje and relax and listen to God talking to you, and listen to God unfolding himself unto you. Because that's the ultimate goal for each and every one of us. So I hope you're going to love this book, and I hope you're going to love more of the book reviews that are coming. Guys, check the book, and if you actually can if you don't like to listen to books, I'm going to leave a link on the descriptions of WhatsApp group that we have knowledgeable books WhatsApp group. Then I'm going to share the PDF book for you, and I hope that's going to elevate your life, and I hope that's going to help you achieve or attract your ultimate goals. My name is Hadison, and I am host at the Hadison Podcast, The Black's Mind First Village. I'll see you at work. Cheers.